Mother Jones is an American magazine featuring investigative and breaking news reporting on politics, the environment, human rights, and culture. Monika Bauerlein and Clara Jeffery serve as co-editors. Madeleine Buckingham has served as chief executive officer and Steve Katz as publisher since 2010. The magazine was named after Mary Harris Jones, called Mother Jones, an Irish-American trade union activist, opponent of child labor, and self-described hellraiser. She was a part of the Knights of Labor, the Industrial Workers of the World, the Social Democratic Party, the Socialist Party of America, the United Mine Workers of America, and the Western Federation of Miners. The stated mission of Mother Jones is to produce revelatory journalism that in its power and reach informs and inspires a more just and democratic world. Mother Jones is published by the Foundation for National Progress, a non-profit 501(c)(3) organization. Mother Jones and the FNP are based in San Francisco, with other offices in Washington, D.C., and New York. History: for the first 5 years after its inception in 1976, Mother Jones operated with an editorial board, and members of the board took turns serving as managing editor for one-year terms. People who served on the editorial team during those years included Adam Hochschild, Paul Jacobs, Richard Parker, Deborah Johnson, Jeffrey Bruce Klein, Mark Dowie, Amanda Spake, Zina Clapper, and Deirdre English. According to Hochschild, Parker, who worked as both editor and publisher, saw to it that Mother Jones took the best of what could be learned from the world of commercial publishing. In 1981, Deirdre English was named the magazine unregistered trademark's first editor-in-chief, a position she held until 1986. A strong feminist, she brought women unregistered trademark's voices to the fore in the magazine and oversaw considerable coverage of Central America, the Sandinistas, and the Contras. She also brought in Barbara Ehrenreich as a regular columnist. Michael Moore, who had owned and published the Flint-based Michigan Voice for 10 years, followed English and edited Mother Jones for several months. After being fired in the fall of 1986, Moore sued Mother Jones for $2 million for wrongful termination, but settled with the magazine unregistered trademark's insurance company for $58,000 only $8,000 over the initial offering. Moore felt that he did not have a chance to shape the magazine. Many of the articles that were printed during his time as editor were articles that had already been commissioned by Deirdre English. An article by Paul Berman about Nicaragua, which was slightly critical of the Sandinistas, was one of those articles commissioned by English. Moore did not want to print it, but the magazine had made a commitment to Berman. The Nation columnist Alexander Coburn believed the disagreement over the Berman article was the sole reason for the firing, but Hochschild and others at the magazine denied this. For his part, Moore claimed in his 1989 documentary film Roger and Me that he was terminated because he put the face of Ben Hamper on the cover of an issue, an act of defiance after being refused an opportunity to write about the GM plant closings in his hometown of Flint, Michigan. Douglas Foster, an Emmy-winning TV producer and a writer who had covered labor issues for Mother Jones in the 1970s, followed Moore. Foster unregistered trademark's magazine featured regular columns from Molly Ivins, Roger Wilkins, and Ralph Nader. During his tenure, the magazine excerpted Randy Shilt's groundbreaking book, And the Band Played On, Politics, People, and the AIDS Epidemic. In the fall of 1992, Jeffrey Bruce Klein, one of the original editorial team, returned as editor-in-chief, bringing an intense focus on Washington politics, including extensive coverage of Newt Gingrich, campaign finance, and the tobacco industry. He was a frequent guest on radio and television shows, spearheaded many collaborations between the magazine and website, and brought comedian Paula Poundstone on as a regular columnist. Roger Cohn succeeded Klein as editor-in-chief in 1999. Cohn brought to the forefront environmental and social justice stories from around the country. It was during his tenure that the 25-year-old magazine won a 2001 National Magazine Award for General Excellence. Russ Rimmer was named editor-in-chief in early 2005, and under his tenure the magazine published more essays and extensive packages of articles on domestic violence, and the role of religion in politics. In August 2006, Monika Bauerlein and Clara Jeffery were promoted from within to become co-editors of the magazine. Bauerlein and Jeffery, who had served as interim editors between Cohn and Rimmer, were also chiefly responsible for some of the biggest successes of the magazine in the past several years, including a package on ExxonMobil's funding of climate change deniers that was nominated for a National Magazine Award for Public Interest Reporting, a package on the rapid decline in the health of the ocean, and the magazine's massive Iraq War Timeline interactive database. The first post-baby boomer editors in the history of Mother Jones, Bauerlein and Jeffery have used a new investigative team of senior and young reporters to increase original reporting, web-based database tools, and blog commentary on MotherJones.com. The cover of their first issue asked, "Evolve or Die, Can Humans Get Past Denial and Deal with Global Warming?" David Korn, a political journalist and former Washington editor for The Nation, is bureau chief of the magazine's newly established D.C. bureau. Other D.C. staff have included Washington Monthly contributing editor Stephanie Mensheimer, former Village Voice correspondent James Ridgway, and Adam Serwer from the American Prospect. Awards: Mother Jones has been nominated for 27 National Magazine Awards and has won 6 times, including for General Excellence in 2001, 2008, and 2010. In April 2013, it was named winner of the 5th Annual Izzy Award, awarded by the Park Center for Independent Media for Special Achievement in Independent Media, for its 2012 reporting, including its analysis of gun violence in the United States, coverage of dark money funding of candidates, and release of a video of Mitt Romney stating that 47% of the people of the United States see themselves as victims and are dependent on the government. In August 2013, Mother Jones co-editors Monika Bauerlein and Clara Jeffery were awarded the Penn Nora Major Award for magazine editing. Also in 2010, Mother Jones won the Online News Association Award for online topical reporting, and in 2011 won the Youth Reader Independent Press Award for General Excellence. MotherJones.com, in addition to stories from the print magazine, MotherJones.com offers original reported content 7 days a week. During the race in the 2008 election campaign, MotherJones.com was the first to report John McCain's 100 Years in Iraq comments. Also in 2008, MotherJones.com was the first outlet to report on Beckett Brown International, a security firm that spied on environmental groups for corporations. Winner of the 2005 and 2006 FIOPLI Euro Unregistered Trademark S-Choice Webby Award for Politics, MotherJones.com has provided extensive coverage of both Gulf Wars, presidential election campaigns, and other key events of the last decade. Mother Jones began posting its magazine contents on the Internet in November 1993, the first general interest magazine in the country to do so. In the March-April 1996 issue, the magazine published the first Mother Jones 400, a listing of the largest individual donors to federal political campaigns. In the print magazine, the 400 donors were listed in order with thumbnail profiles and the amount they contributed. On MotherJones.com the donors were listed in a searchable database. In the 2006 election, MotherJones.com was the first to break stories on the use of robocalling, a story that was then picked up by TPM muckraker and the New York Times. The Iraq War Timeline Interactive Database, a continually updated interactive online project, was nominated for a National Magazine Award in 2006. Mother Jones Radio, launched on June 19, 2005, Mother Jones Radio was heard on Air America Radio Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. The one-hour show was hosted by Angie Coiro and featured interviews and commentaries inspired by stories from Mother Jones. Mother Jones Radio ended its production in early 2007. References. External links, MotherJones.com.